So Rayman as an IP used to be a very big IP, but as platforming games declined in popularity, Rayman was abandoned in favor of the Rayman Rabbit series, which old Rayman fans hated, but the general audience loved. But it seems that Rayman is getting a new game or Rayman remake codenamed Steamboat as well here. It's Rayman, and they're also making preliminary plans to develop Rayman 4's Rayman remake a success. So Rayman did get a couple games throughout, the 2010s, but they weren't really the most successful games, which is probably why Ubisoft has not really made any Rayman games since. But they have made Rabbids games because those games continue to sell, despite, people, saying they're horrible games, which I find pretty funny. The Rabbids are basically kind of like the Minions, which is why they got, they were the original Minions before the Minions were a thing as well. But it seems that Rayman should be getting a remake in 2026 as well. And it'll likely be coming to the Switch 2 and maybe Switch 1 as well. But we're going to be coming to the Switch 2 and of course the PS5 and Xbox Series X and PC as well. So if you're a fan of Rayman, you should be excited about this announcement as well here. But yeah, there we go about Rayman remake as well. And could Rayman be put into Smash Bros. As well? I think if Rayman's put into Smash Bros, they'll probably put him as a DLC. Considering the fact that, third-party characters, you get like 2 or 3 for the base game. And they'll usually save most of the major characters for DLC as well, okay? Which we might see Rayman in Smash 6, but there's a high chance Rayman could be not the character Ubisoft picks, which is something that Rayman fans will need to accept. And maybe they might pick like Rabbid Mario or Rabbid Luigi or something like that, instead of actually putting Rayman in the game as an actual character as well. Considering the fact that the Mario and Rabbid series do exist, but they did put Rayman in as a DLC character for the game, so yeah. There you go. Rayman could be getting a remake in 2026. But definitely take this with a grain of salt 100% as well here. As well. Okay. Yeah. But it seems that Rayman is getting a new game and a remake as well. And a new game could exist if the Rayman remake is successful as well. Yeah. Yeah. But yep. That is it about Project Codename Stevo or Rayman Remake according to a leak as well. But again, 100% take this leak with a grain of salt, as there's a possibility this remake could not be real and could just be fake. But given the fact that Rayman is still a popular character, not as popular as, Mario or Sonic, but he still has some fans. But I think the problem with a lot of these, older platforming mascots is that they need to try to make these characters appeal towards younger kids, which care more about Fortnite, Roblox, and, Minecraft, instead of characters like that 90s kids grew up with, like Mega Man and Rayman. Goodbye. I think if they really want to make Rayman more popular, they should consider making a Rayman movie to try to connect with little kids. Kind of like how Sega had the Sonic movies and Nintendo has the Mario movies. Goodbye.